EA Sports needs to save FC before it's too late. 132 comments already. Time to bring your popcorn, boys. All right, y'all ready? You guys ready?
Everybody, I made this video already, and like 17 minutes in, I just didn't even like the way it was going. So
How's the
I
volume?
want to like just get to the point with everything. I don't really want to
Too
be
loud?
like going crazy like I was before, because I was just kind of like doing that thing
Feels
where I waffle
kinda
a lot.
loud.
So essentially, we're making a video today because there is a lot going on right now in the community. Again, obviously EA in the news, it's nothing super surprising. I'm coming off a really long work week, so bear with me. I'm trying to keep the energy there. I'm very, very tired. So we have to talk about a couple things today because a couple things have happened. So if you want to know the reason I'm making this video, yesterday, if you see my video or you were in the stream, basically EA actually had Foot Champs rewards good for once, and they were glitched, right? People were getting Mbappe's, people were getting Dembele's, and I know, right? Good Foot Champs rewards. So what does EA do? Because they're the Grinch on Christmas. Well, within 5 hours, what they do is they say, hey, they were providing unintended results, right? And that's the most EA thing ever, because you're just grinding the game. Instead of spending $50 in the store,
Same as the
they
Messi
were providing
issue.
you 2 good players, and we're going to take those away from you, right? And they didn't actually take them away, but it's the same thing with the Messi. They didn't take them away. If you had the chance to do it, now they correct it in game, right? And so what happens is that basically everybody who's playing Foot Champs is getting, for a while, it doesn't even matter what rank, a really good chance at Mbappe and Dembele. On my main account, I didn't. I got Zaire Emery, and then on my second account, I did get Mbappe, right? And a lot of people were getting Dembele. It was crazy, right? And what was happening was that I know we had good rewards for once, and guess what? On pretty much the deadest FIFA we've ever had, I had over 11,000 viewers watching me sweat out for rank 5 at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. or 9 p.m., which was 8 hours after
That's
the content
crazy.
time.
11,000 viewers at that time is wild. That's wild. You don't that late in the day, a lot of Europe goes to sleep. You don't see that.
Which is unheard of for this game. So, first of all, from a business perspective, wow, EA, you guys put really good rewards in. Guess what happens? People want to watch. Crazy, right? I know. Life of a content creator. Anyways, a lot of this video is going to be besides that. We're going to be talking a little bit about EA and some things for it. I also have some huge disappointments with creators in our community. I'm not really happy with what I've seen.
Ooh. I wonder who or what he's going to talk about. I know a lot of people were hating on creators for like playing the game, which I think is ridiculous because like for some creators, like, you know, it's your job. You really can't. People watch you for the game, not really other content. Like you guys see it. I'll play this FIFA. I'll get 200-300 viewers. I play Siege. I get like 50.
But yeah, basically, I went on a little tweeting spree last night. I was really upset. And look, people were saying, hey, he's not going to make anything about this because he benefited from it. If you were one of those people that said that, I just like, I have no words for you, and you clearly don't know me as a man and what my character is all about. 8 years of doing this, and I still have people questioning the integrity that I have of wanting to deliver a message to people. So look, I have not loved what EA have done in the store packs this year. I think it's really misleading. I think they need to put in things into this game that tell people that it is really just ultimately really sickening gambling and stuff. That's besides the point. You know, that for me is not a huge ultra like motive. My motive is this. I buy FIFA every year as a creator, but I also buy FIFA as somebody who grew up playing FIFA since FIFA 10. And to see the direction that EA has taken this pile of garbage in, bro, this is the worst, most unfinished menu, worst market, store pack heavy,
It's a money grab.
drop back AI, park the bus, random finishing, corner glitching game I have ever played in my life. It is a nightmare to play. It could be no more opposite to what football is actually. It's nothing. It's a Mortal Kombat skill game. It's terrible. FIFA is actually in such a bad spot. It's never been in this spot, and that's why I'm making this video. And that's why this morning, if you saw some of my tweets,
Gotcha.
I put out something, and I really said, hey, let's come together as a community. Now, there's been a couple of protests recently, actually, if you didn't know. Tarkov has had something where I think a lot of the streamers were really unhappy with the changes. The community hated it, so I think a lot of the creators stopped playing, and I believe that they actually got a response out of Tarkov. I don't know if the changes were actually good or not, but that's really what I'm aiming at here, to see some actual effort from EA, because
only issue is, though, a game like Tarkov, you can go play. We talked about this earlier. There's so many different shooters. Like, if you're playing Tarkov, you can go play Warzone. You can go play the extraction thing in Warzone. You can play Battlefield. You can play Rust. You can play DayZ.
Because I haven't seen it in 8 months of
Arma.
this game being released. I haven't seen one gameplay patch where they've come out and said, hey, our AI sucks. We have drop back placed into the game. We don't know how to fix it, but we'll work on it. That's all I want to see. But instead, these guys try to cover it up. They do stupid stuff with playstyle plus changes, and they mask it all really with a pile of garbage. They don't fix anything. We have not had fast, responsive, manual, high-speed attacking gameplay. This game is a game of who switches the ball more back and forth and who is better at corner kicks. And that is a fucking joke itself. We're not going to even talk about that today. We're going to talk about this. So I even said last night, look how quickly these fix something that makes you excited to play. And how long has it taken for a gameplay patch to make this game playable for once this year? We haven't had one. That's the bottom line. So EA fixed some good rewards that are making the community excited, happy, hyped to play. With 3 months left in the game, they fixed that within a couple hours, right? What do they do about the gameplay that's terrible all year that we complain about 24/7? I make rent videos every 2 weeks. People freak out. People hate it. Nothing, right? So that's the stem of it. Here's where I'm starting to have a little bit of an issue with some of the creators in our community, okay? Because I felt like for me today, I was memed a little bit for what I have said. I felt like some people looked at my tweet today right here, and you can read it while I'm talking about it. We'll go over some parts of it. I actually felt like some creators were trying to deflect what I was saying and trying to convince their own viewers that I'm toxic and bad for what this game is all about. If you are one of those people, you are an absolute clown, all right? And here's the reasoning behind it. Avoiding stuff like this is actual garbage to do because we are so much deserving of a better product, and EA are so lucky that year on year they continue to be the monopoly. There's no other way to change this besides us all stopping playing. Now, I hear and I look, I have written so many long papers, counterclaim papers, all this stuff. I'm surprised I'm not even in law or business at some point, but I understand to every situation there is a counterclaim, right? I understand that people depend on EA for bills and food to be put on the table, and my finances are different than someone else's finances, and my finances are no business of someone else's, and they're not business of yours, and other creators' finances are not business of mine. What I will tell you is this: again, I don't think the small creators stopping playing this game is going to really do the end-all difference. And I've kind of realized that an hour or two after I've tweeted this. That's not going to be what's going to move the difference. There's two things that EA, in my opinion, cannot stand, right? Number one, the threat at a loss of sales because it's bad for business. And number two, I think they hate bad media coverage. And that's what I'm going to start talking about here because I think if we actually got together some of the larger creators in this game, which as you can see from this tweet, I have no problem doing. Again, let's reiterate it too. I'm very blessed and I want to know every single one of you guys watching my channel, watching my second channel, watching my...
I think what he's saying, the big creators would have a big impact. I know I'm just reiterating, copying exactly what he just said, but like smaller creators wouldn't make much of a difference. But if you saw someone like Nick, Castro, Nepenthes, Zwebeck, all those people that get thousands of viewers, if they stopped, that would make a difference. But like
my football channel that I post football videos on, watching the plethora of games that I play on Twitch.
Yeah, I'm
different watch-alongs
protesting.
That I do.
I'm not gonna stream and play anymore. And you have like 2 viewers. No offense if you have 2 viewers,
as a content creator,
it's not gonna
it
do
is
anything.
The most healthy and most blessed feeling. You do not understand it until you're a content creator that when you feel not trapped to something and you can fly and flow and do whatever, God bless you. If you're on this channel, you're watching this video, you are an eFootball viewer, you are a Football Manager viewer, you just like watching my content, I love you to the core.
I really want to try eFootball. We asked today on stream, we said, hey, if I played it, would you guys watch or would you guys download it and try it as well? Everybody said no. I think there were like 3 yeses. I really want to try it.
I really appreciate you guys.
It can't be that bad.
Let me fly like a
can't be that bad.
I appreciate you so much. I am always taken care of. Here's where I have an issue. One of the main critiques of this today was that I'm just doing this to fit my brand. That, to me, pissed me the fuck off. I'm not going to lie, right? And I'm not going to lie to you how my emotions are feeling because of this. I have been doing this long enough that people should know
Mikhail, what's up?
That I am very real about how I feel towards EA. Now, I would be absolutely ignorant if I didn't tell you this. Obviously, being critical and real about EA is a part of my brand. Everybody knows that when you're going to watch a video of mine or a stream, yeah, there's a large chance I won't hold back on saying stuff towards EA. To be honest, out of all the games I play, they're really one of the only gaming companies that really pisses me off. And many of the other games I play have microtransactions, have these things going on. But here's the deal. These other games actually at times try to make patches. They try to make updates. I don't see any damn effort out of EA. And this is besides the League One situation. This is besides all the rug pulls, all the BS they do. I don't see them trying anything. I don't see any effort. All I see is gameplay getting more automated, slow, and terrible year after year with crap marketing. And it's not even like anyone even gets excited for new FIFAs anymore. We all know it's going to be crap because EA have completely ruined the franchise of FIFA now. It is so out of touch, so bad that I can't believe that other creators saw this tweet today and right away saw it and probably thought to themselves, he's just doing it again. It's good for his brand. Listen, I appreciate that there's a part of that narrative, or maybe it's jealousy. I don't know what it is towards what you have towards me. I am trying to sit here and objectively do something for the better of all of your jobs because this game is terrible. And a lot of these creators at this point are either so consistently suffering or just showing up to collect a check. It bothers me a lot because the end goal of this is that, hey, many of the larger creators in this game, if we all got together, and I'm not talking about the small creators, and stop playing this game for, let's say, 2 weeks or a month, and we said, hey, EA, we want you to make these changes.
It'd be pretty crazy.
We will not play this game until you do so. And
Day, what's up? You missed a crazy.
I know a lot of media outlets.
Crazy 24 hours.
And some of the people that I know, it would not be hard for me to pick up on the Wall Street Journal, different news outlets, Dexterito, get these publishers to get articles, bad news going out about EA, because I know that EA wouldn't like that.
I'm just saying, I want to say I would take a 2-week break. I would take a 2-week break if everyone did it and not play this game. Whether I go play eFootball, whether I don't know, Football Manager, I would take a 2-week break off this game.
Right, and that would be a goal of all of this.
I think that'd be incredible.
Here's the issue.
Rainbow Six Siege, I love that game.
Anyone to say exactly what I can do. I can only put out there the frustrations of the community and my own, right? And the problem is, guys, I wish I didn't have to depend on needing these other creators, needing these EA antennas who sit there and just never cross the line because they don't feel comfortable. Or maybe it's the only game they play. And again, maybe it's how their majority of their money is coming in. But aside from that, a lot of these other creators as well, and I can tell you this from being in this community and from the views that FIFA gives you,
we'll play football
these larger
bingo
creators
today.
are fine. A month off of revenue is not going to kill them if it's going to actually revolutionize FIFA long term, if it's going to actually give us EA putting some effort into fixing this game. Because let's not play around here. And look, you guys may disagree with this. I'm going to tell you this because I am an analytics and a data guy. FIFA's dying. FIFA 24 is the first year I have seen EA
fully dying.
Not have their aura, not just go up, up, up. Now maybe their store pack sales will tell you differently, and they're
way worse than last year.
But as somebody in this community,
game's dying, but I think their revenue is up. It might be what he's just about to talk about. I think the game is. It's not. I don't think it's dying. It is dying, but I think their revenue is up, and it's because the store packs are endless. We used to be excited to get a 50K lightning round, a 100K lightning round. Do you guys remember when the 125K packs came out and we were like, oh my God, something bigger than a 100K pack? We thought it was so cool. And now every single day there's a 750,000 coin pack, 500,000 coin pack lightning round. It's so much. You go through the store, I don't even understand the packs. It's like jumbo, halftime, rare, gold pack, halftime electric star pack. It's a bunch of random names. That's like a 50K pack, but with a small gold player pack inside of it. Why not just release a 50K pack?
This game is slowly dying, and if EA don't get a grip on it, it's going to continue in that way. And all these creators that are laughing at me,
they use random name generators for their packs. Honestly,
my brand and I'm doing interactions.
They literally named a pack
$800, $600 on Twitter after 2 years of posting. So that narrative
so stupid.
Is another one within itself. Look, it's one of those where the goal of this is to help us all long term. All right. All these creators, all of us, we have been eating off this game money-wise, whether you get 1,000 average viewers, whether you get 500, whether you get 20K views a YouTube video, whether you get 5,000 viewers, 10,000, I don't know what it is, right? The larger creators, man, financially, all right? A lot of them have been doing it for even longer than me, and I've been doing it for 8 years, right? The money has been coming in. I don't think towards the end of a FIFA, if we took a month off to completely come together and protest, and all I can do, guys, is put the thought out there. And I want to talk to you guys as the viewers too, because I think the response today from my tweet was a lot of people were being really toxic. A lot of people, from what I heard, I haven't been anywhere on the streams today, but people are going into people's streams saying
I saw
all this stuff, man. Guys,
foot
that's
accountants.
not what's going to go on here.
Bro, the foot accountants chat
and look,
was
these
pretty
other
wild.
creators, they have livelihoods too.
I was
All
watching
can
his
do
stream
is
before
just
mine.
throw out the game plan, put out the map, and say, hey, are you willing to
I don't
do
know
it?
how
And
it
from
went,
what
though,
I've seen today,
the rest of the
unfortunately,
day.
I don't think a lot of people are willing to do it. I think a lot of people are saying, hey, this is too risky for my career. It's disappointing. It's either been that response or it's been like, hey, let him just get it out. He's just doing his thing. And that's really frustrating. Like, that's really frustrating to see where this game is, to see how the community feels about this game, and to also know the lucrativeness that a lot of these people have had on the game for years after years. And for us to not all be able to, hey, maybe for me, again, I clearly you can see the way I'm tweeting here. I don't work with EA. I don't like these guys. I don't like what they stand for. But at the end of the day, I'm aware that I play the game. I've been creating content. This is the first game
he was getting
that I
a lot
started
of
creating
hate
content on
because he's a
in my career, right? And so I'm looking at
EA
it from the perspective of like, hey, how can we
thing.
come together and do something here where we can get the attention of
And because he got Mbappe.
We can get to the point
but not
where,
from the
you're
player
going and
pick,
looking
from
on
a store
YouTube
pack.
and no one's really posting any videos anymore. I think that type of situation really can get EA. And look, this is the tough part about it to just add additionally. I know I'm running a million places with thoughts today. There's just so much to talk about with this situation. I can't force anyone, and neither as the viewer can you guys. So I don't want to see you guys running around begging people to do X, Y, Z. I think for me, the sad part about putting this out there today, I feel like I almost feel like I've asked like a bunch of friends to go to the movies, and they've and not all of them, but I feel like a lot of them have said, hey, I'm not up for it, and like that's tough because I really wanted to go watch a movie with the boys, and like it's one of those where obviously it's not as simple as going to the movies because we're gonna be sitting here not playing this game. But as a creator, knowing how well FIFA does financially for all the creators, and knowing how, a big part of the community on this game is just playing the game because of football, and how there's so many access points to doing other content.
You can't get mad at Nate because he got coin wiped and still plays this game. That means nothing. He got his coins back but I got hacked. I lost all my coins. I had 30 mil last year, and I still played. I kept playing. And it was almost more fun because I had 30 mils. Like, I had nothing to do with it. So, the grind, obviously, it's annoying to lose 30 mils, like $3,000 worth of coins at that point. But, like...
And waiting until we
can't hate on Nate because he kept playing.
It's really frustrating, man. Because I'm like, how are we ever going to get EA to change anything? And
it's his job
where, like,
to
I'll
play
be honest, guys,
as well.
I've had that viewpoint before where I'm like, I don't think we can get EA to change anything. But a lot of my opinion for that has stemmed out of the fact that I'm like, I feel like the only way we can actually get them to change anything is we're going to have all the major creators say, hey, we want to come together. We want to give you a list of things that, hey, this is what we are demanding in this game. And you know what? You got to give it to us. Otherwise, your game is not getting promo, because EA right now are in this kind of like insane promo zone because, from what I understand, they don't pay any creators anything. Obviously, all the creators benefit off getting to play the game, which makes a lot of money. But EA are one of those where, they're whether you believe it or not, the ecosystem of all these FIFA Twitter accounts, all these FIFA TikToks, all these FIFA streamers, YouTubers, all this is promoting people buying the game and playing the game. And you know what? There's got to be a point where we look at it and say enough is enough, because the trend of how we've gone from like FIFA after FIFA 20 to this, or FIFA 21 to this like new gen horrendous mechanics, horrendously slow, unresponsive stuff. It's such a sad like situation. I mean, there's so many creators that I knew that aren't even playing this game anymore because I think they got to the point where they're like, I know
a lot of people did quit this year,
and I'm tired of this. But look, I'm going to be here and sit here and say this, guys. There's no point for me to stop playing this game unless everyone can come together and say, hey, we're going to not play. So what will come from this? Honestly, like 99%, I don't think we're going to see anything because, number one, I just don't think we'll be able to get all the major creators to say, hey, we're not going to do this content. And look, I can't force them to do that. But obviously for me, it's very frustrating because I'm like, I think that's how we get the attention of EA. What's going to come from this
establish a date
outside of what happened with me? We'll have another similar situation.
Establish a date in the future.
spiel with the 86 plus Team of the Year leagues SBC. So basically, if you weren't here for that, during Team of the Year, EA released an 86 plus player pick, and basically they had messed it up where
player base definitely down.
Messi
Yeah,
Team of
the
the Year, we're
earnings
basically
are
coming
up
out
a
of
ton.
that 1 out of 2. How many Messi Team of the Year should we see out of 200? Maybe 1, probably 0. So then they came out with a response and said that this is caused frustration, and we apologize and appreciate your patience. We have explored several scenarios for how to proceed in a way that is both fair. We can confirm the following, right? We know it's not a perfect solution, and we'll continue examining our processes with the aim of minimizing such issues in the future. They also came out and said that only 0.7% of players had a Messi item. That stat might actually be true of every single player that is logged into Ultimate Team, but on that given day, that stat couldn't be further from true. And I played Team of the Year Messi out of 1 out of every 2 or 3 teams. So this wording is a super deflecting corporate wording, but it also reminds me of all this deflection I'm getting today for posting what I wanted to talk about. I want to talk to you guys about a couple situations that have happened in the past.
Man, if you're looking to reinvest whatever it is you have, I think the high rated fodder, like 91 team of the seasons, 1, their team of seasons, but 2, their high rated fodder. We have R9 out and we have an icon tomorrow. Sell them probably like Wednesday.
There was something in FIFA 19 with Prime Icon Moments that we actually got them to put out a response and kind of talk through why they did it. We also had a situation where everyone was getting hacked a couple years ago, and a lot of news outlets were reporting about it.
Still people are getting hacked. It's still also really bad.
They had to make comments.
Our mod, one of our mods, he got hacked. If you get into the top 100 leaderboard for transfer profit, they target you because you're in top 100 transfer profit. You probably have a ton of coins. It's still a massive issue. It's just it hasn't stopped happening. It hasn't stopped happening. It's like we're just used to it now.
That,
it's ridiculous.
Has been previously labeled predatory for the way users are
Dylan got hacked
incentivized to
too.
spend real money on in-game currency. They denied that. But there was a lot going on with a ton of people getting hacked. And EA EA wrote a statement and kind of deflected it and said, through our initial investigation, we can confirm that a number of accounts have been compromised via phishing techniques, utilizing threats and other social engineering methods. Individuals acting maliciously were able to exploit human error within our customer experience team and bypass two-factor authentication. So, a lot of that was true.
I had two-factor
team was giving out
and they got right into my account.
They talked about it. They kind of said they resolved it. But this was one of the more recent
$3,000 worth of coins
able to make a statement.
Gone.
They blamed the issues on human error with their I was a part of this. I actually had all my coins taken. They kind of went through and made actually some public statements. But the goal of all of this today is have we reached the tipping point with EA in the community? And that's where I'm like, at some point, someday, there is going to be that, guys. I don't know if it is today. And again, I alone not playing this game am not going to be able to do enough, because here's what happens, right? Let's say I stop playing the game. Obviously, will I be okay doing other games? Absolutely, right? I will be fine, guys. Like, a lot of you enjoy the other stuff we do. I'm not worried about that. What I'm worried about is the fact that, there's going to be X people that watch me that just go over right to the next guy, and that's the problem.
We're going to try out eFootball. Hopefully it's decent, man.
Stop playing the game and it's only small streamers, that those people are going to be the ones starting to eat. I agree with you to an extent, but I think at some point, if all of the major creators get on board, it's going to be enough. The issue is, unfortunately, guys, I don't think this is going to be enough, and this is the only solution I can see going forward. EA over the years have tried to act like they've cared. They've tried to reach out and ask for certain things. I haven't seen anything changed. And just, man, the state of the gameplay this year. Guys, let's talk about a couple things with this game just to go through it all, right? The corners, the glitchiness, the drop back, the menus freezing every 2 times you search in the market.
Bad.
Let's be honest, this game isn't even a beta.
The market still doesn't work.
This is the most unfinished game I have ever spent.
Cards get stuck on your transfer targets.
It is so absolutely terrible. So it's just one of those where, obviously, I don't want any hate to come from my posting today, and I realize that, obviously, I guess I have spewed some hate. I guess a lot of other creators are not super happy with me, because obviously I think a lot of people saw this today and was like, hey man, get on board or we hate you. And it shouldn't be that way, guys. Obviously, I tweeted about this last night. My opinions are going to be a lot different than other people's opinions. I just wish that we could find some sort of happy medium as creators to really go out against EA here. And I understand that some creators are scared, but it's not really that scary, man. Just be there and call it how it is. So look, am I gonna probably stop playing FC24? It doesn't seem that way, unless something comes from all this and there's some like major reaction that on Sunday or Monday everyone's like, hey man, we hear you. Let's give it 2 weeks. I'll take the financial hit for 2 weeks. We get all these major creators to stop posting, and we sit here and say, hey, EA, what are you gonna do, right? Can you really make some changes? Can you make some promises in the future that you are going to give us what we deserve as a community? Because I have never seen a game so unenjoyed by a community, and a lot of it is that we've had FIFAs over the years that have been way better than this one, so people know what used to be good, and now people play this.
We can all play
this is
eFootball for a week or two.
I have never seen so many people in my community quit.
Maybe it's so bad
I don't want to hear from
that
you
I
right
end
now
up
that, hey,
appreciating
maybe you're just
FIFA.
tired and outgrowing FIFA. You all damn well know that's a load of horseshit to say. You all know how bad this damn game is. You know it too. So don't even sit there with that one, because I don't want to hear that one. So yeah, I mean, guys, obviously I'm exhausted. I could probably talk about the situation for like 20 or 30 more minutes. I don't want to spew hate in our community. I just, there's another world where I wish that some of our creators would be able to really sit here and stand, man, for like what we all deserve, because like as a customer of this game, I feel so damn scammed this year. I can't even like explain it to you. I can't even explain to you the experience that I have when I win or lose in this game. It's all around terrible.
Dude, my thing's the store packs.
It's just one of those where like,
because we do share plays. We trade in here. We open these 750K packs with coins. But then there's people that do the share plays, and they spend $50 on these packs. I can't imagine spending $50 on a pack and they get nothing. They spend $50, they get fodder.
I feel
it's
like
crazy.
A short-term sacrifice of people's promo, views, and money for this game, like, would potentially give us...
What's going on? Hold on. I'm streaming. What's up?
Can I come over and bring my stuff and you help me choose an outfit?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I'm coming right now.
Right now? All right, see you in a little bit. Bye. No, that is not Megatron.
Chance at maybe restructuring
Megatron's not here right now.
EA's priorities.
She's
I'm not sitting here like trying to do some whole
she's
loot
with my mom.
Gambling ban. Look, that's
I get
another
a break.
legal issue for EA to deal with. That's not my
Little
job.
break
As
from
much
the
as I can be
dog.
frustrated and disagree with a lot of it. I personally am just at this point where this game is so broken to the core. The gameplay is so unenjoyable. It is such a chore to play. Beyond all this rug pull stuff that EA do with the team of the year Messi, with this like BS change where we have good rewards and then EA suddenly get rid of it because it's too good. Just can we come together and like say,
multiple
hey,
accidents,
is this
hoodies.
possible? But obviously it's not looking possible, and like it's disappointing today that I'm hearing through people, whether it's true or not, that like people are like, hey, he's just doing it because it's good for his brand. He, just deflecting like, oh, EA's never going to change anything. Well, that's optimistic, and EA is never going to change anything if you just keep sitting on your ass doing the same thing and not taking a risk here. And like, I get it's one thing to say it's financial, but man, to these people that have been doing this for 10 plus years, man, don't even lie. There's no way we're looking at our bank accounts sitting here saying, man, like, it's one of those. It's really, it's like, it's very frustrating. It's very, very frustrating. And I don't know. Something ticked me off today where like someone was, I don't know who was saying it, but someone was saying like, this is fitting for my brand. Like, okay, man, like maybe there's a truth to that. Okay. Like, I don't fully disagree with that statement. And maybe there's a side of this community that doesn't like me for doing this because you think I'm some stage actor. You know what's good for my brand? 3-4 years ago, realizing how dog water this game is becoming and starting to do other types of content. Stop being lazy on this damn game and just only playing this game. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. That's what's good for my brand, working on my future. So when I know that EA is continuously making this game worse and worse, I'm not stuck on this damn game. But that's why I'm trying to come together and give us all a damn chance, because you know what? There's a part of me, there's the kid in me that used to love this damn game, and maybe I want to freaking play this game in the future. But the way that this game is going, holy atrocious. I mean, it's getting worse. And let me tell you right now, any of you guys watching this video, any of you creators that are optimistic about FC25, yo, you better have a reality check. That game is going to be worse than this game. So that's what I'm trying to say. All EA cares about, reskinning their game, putting 3 BS marketing campaigns together for every September, and restoring their store packs every hour. They don't care. They realize they don't got to do anything to the game anymore, right? So how do we get them to do something to the game? We abandon it. I don't know, man. I've seen a lot of protests over other gaming communities where everyone came together and said, "Hey, we need to demand something here," right? And it's disappointing to me that it doesn't look like I will be stopping playing this game, and it doesn't look like we'll be able to come together as a community. It just sucks. So I don't really know what you guys and everyone sees is the way
I can think of a
forward where we
lot
can really
of
get EA to like
people that would probably
listen
never
to
stop.
us. But like, I know that EA is going to be watching this video.
I don't think
or
anyone in the
someone
pro
at EA or
club
a
scene
couple
would
employees.
stop.
Like, guys,
That'd be tough.
at the end of the day, I know you guys probably think a lot of this is out of proportion or crazy, or maybe you look at it like I'm manipulating an audience, right? I am trying to make a statement to help the future franchise of your damn game, because I'm telling you
Rick's
right now,
2 months. Thank you,
this
man.
is not even sustainable for you who have so many people addicted to doing these
Baton wouldn't stop.
gambling
Yeah.
pack openings. It's not sustainable. I'm telling you right now, your game is actually so bad this year that people get sad and depressed playing it. People are quitting left and right. And the reason a lot of people are quitting is they are giving up in
I
you.
would love to know the player
EA,
count.
People
I
are
would
really
love
starting to give up
to.
in you. And I don't know if you need someone to tell you that. I don't know if you guys are so misled by the fact that
Surely
now,
they have the numbers on
because
that.
you have less people playing this game, you're releasing $50 store packs to make up for the revenue that you used to have from people just playing because your game
I know we could look
was
on
actually
Steam.
way more fun and way better to play. I don't know. I don't know what you guys are telling yourself to
See
get
like
kind of
PC
like
count.
coping with this whole situation. But at the end of the day, it's on you guys, man, to hopefully maybe you guys as a team need to reskin and get together and actually do some
Dude, it used to be
heavy-duty
sick when
work.
COD would show the
Investigating
amount
into
of
the core
players
this
on the
game,
game.
not just going year after year on this garbage
Is
frostbite,
that
on this garbage.
COD? Like
I don't know who set
OG
up this
Black Ops?
in-the-box AI you guys do on New Gen.
OG Black Ops,
You
I
guys
think.
got to come together, man, because I'm
Maybe.
telling you right now, there's going to be a day, if this continues, that even without all these creators in the community, that I'm just going to stop, right? I'm just going to stop. And you probably will like that. But, guys, everyone watching this video,
ZLX 3-month resub. Thank
I
you,
just
man.
feel like I'm
Appreciate you,
one of
bro.
the
Teddy.
ones here that
Yes,
really likes to, like,
me.
call it how it is. And it's just, man, it's really frustrating, this situation, because this year has been such a frustrating year as a creator. It has. And that's where, like, a lot of people will just sit here and also, like, counter
It's been
and
very
say,
frustrating.
dude,
Game's
one of the main
dead,
things you do for a
bro.
living is play FIFA. What are you complaining about, right? And I think that's how a lot of the EA creators like mask it and stuff. If we want a great product, we're going to have to request better, bro. It's not just down to that. It's not just down to the money. It's not just down to XYZ. It's not down to the viewership. At some point, it's got to be down to the future of what we want out of this game. And I'm really spewing like crazy about this right now because I just personally feel like for one of the first times in being in this community, the direction that this game has fallen off in this year is so crazy. So crazy. If you were to tell me right now that all of us in the community would come together and not play this game for 3 months, I'm going to be honest with you, like genuinely,
months?
whether you want to believe me or not, I would 0% miss this game. 0%. I would be so happy to stop playing this game if it was also in the additional way that not only would I be way less stressed out and having fun doing other stuff, I would be so happy that maybe we would see EA be able to respond to the fact that not only are their game active users down, but their promo everywhere on every social platform is next to nothing because everyone stops posting the game until we get what we want. It's just, I don't see it happening. Just with the initial reaction that I saw today, this was kind of like, this tweet today for me was like a test in the water. I wanted to put this out and say, hey, how will people respond? Right? How do people feel about what I'm saying? It won't
happen.
And, from what I've seen, again, I can't fault the opinions of other large creators, guys, and you can't either. You can't say, wow, you're a piece of crap for not agreeing, right? Because in life, it's with anything. It's with laws, politics, right? Everyone disagrees with certain things. People think this, people think that, right? And that's what this is too. I can't convince people, man, if they feel a certain way. If they're in a certain position and look, maybe these creators really enjoy this game. I don't know. So at the end of the day, that's where ultimately it gets really frustrating. That I feel like people aren't willing to cross the line when it's time to go to war, right? That's just how I feel. And maybe you think I'm being dramatic and stuff, and maybe you think I'm not ready to go. Dude, I am more than ready to go. If you watch me throughout this year, you would know. you would know. This is the most critical and negative I have been towards a FIFA in my entire career. There's not one day
It's
I
been
go
a tough
playing
year.
this game where I don't complain. And you know what?
Definitely
we
been
gotta
a
look at it and
tough
say,
one.
hey, all our creators in this community, are we really enjoying playing this game? Are we really happy with the product that we have? Is it really acceptable? Is it okay to be charging $100? Is it okay for them to do this again in 3 months?
I don't want to say anything about the gameplay because like we hate on the gameplay so much. But like, I really need to go out and play eFootball for like a week or two and then come back to FIFA, to FC24, and to see the difference. I have a feeling it's gonna make me be like, holy crap, FIFA's incredible. But I mean, I haven't tried it out yet. I definitely need to download it. But I think the biggest thing is the store packs are ridiculous, and then the odds of packing cards is impossible. It's nothing like we've seen before. Like the Team of the Year pack project, anything like that, you can open thousands of packs and you don't even pack a Team of the Year. Thousands of packs, you don't get a blue. It's the packs that are an absolute scam. It's such a scam, and they make so much money, and people keep buying them. It's insane. People keep on buying packs when your whole team in a year when the next game comes out is gone
Happy
anyway.
11
It
months.
resets. It's
Without any major changes
stupid.
because
So
we at the end of the day, we're
stupid.
too soft to get together and actually demand it. Take the financial hit for a week or two and say, hey, EA, look into it. I don't know. At the end of the day, guys, I'm not. This is the other bridge that we cross. Do we even know if EA are qualified enough to make good football games? I mean, there was some in the past that were really good FIFAs. They were. But what's to say that any of those people from those FIFAs are still even working at EA now, right? After FIFA 20, or I think some point during FIFA 20, the gameplay guy changed, right? The guy changed there and the team changed. So what's to say, are EA even capable of delivering us something that we want? That's what we have to ask ourselves. And you know what? I'll tell you this, just as a last point.
This
in
game is
video,
not alive because of
if there was
creators.
another outlet for me to go to another football game that was actually competent.
This game is alive 50% because of creators. Do you know how small the pool of people are playing this game that are out there watching streamers and YouTubers? It's a very tiny drop. It's
And like,
not even close.
eFootball, as a football game, is better than FIFA or FC, whatever we want to call this. It is. But there's so much of it that is bad as well. There's not one game on the market right now that we could just all say, hey, let's boycott this game. It's not like an FPS where like Apex does something, Call of Duty does something. We're going to go play this one. We're going to go play that one. It's not like that, right? We're kind of stuck in this corner. And that's why it puts us in this position to say, hey, let's not all boycott to this game. No, we don't have that. We have to all just completely go against what they're doing. Hopefully
alive
we'll
because
see the
there's no
day
alternative.
At some point
Exactly.
where, you know,
I really want to try
if,
eFootball.
you know,
We're doing
well,
it.
I'm not assuming.
100%.
I'm seeing already the reaction on Twitter that people are like, hey, I can't do it. Hey, can't do it, right? And
Yosu,
like, obviously
it's a
disappointing.
big
the
number.
first part of it, I understand. I can't fault people for the financial part of it, but like, again, then it's disappointing to see either people, number one, who I know have been able to be so successful in this game for so long, say it's financial. Or number two, then they're saying I'm just deflecting and being good for my
I want to try Football Manager. I want to try
like
eFootball.
that,
We're going to switch
like
it up.
Like, although there's a part of it that, yes, I do
For
believe
sure.
people
I
enjoy
need
a lot about me calling out companies or calling out, for
either
example, EA in this
boycott
instance.
or I just
But to
personally
resort to that,
need
it's kind
a
of bullshit
break.
because it's not being objective to what I'm trying to do. And so maybe I'm not the leader. Maybe you don't want me to be the leader. Maybe you're like, oh, if I join with him, he's going to get even more praise. I'm already jealous enough of him that he does whatever he wants. Maybe it's that. I don't know what it is. So maybe if one of the EA people or one of those guys wants to say, hey, screw it, man. And we're talking major like creator. You want to be the leader? I'll go with you. If that's what it is that's not moving it, but some of these, it's just disappointing. I can't convince people to do it, but it's like, it's disappointing. Anyways, I don't know. What do you guys think, man? What do we think is the way forward? Like, objectively, me quitting FC24, if everyone else is going to keep streaming it, is actually going to be worse for the community.
FIFA career mode?
Because
I didn't
there's
try
gonna
it
be
this
less
year.
people that are critical about the
I
game.
already
Even
had
more
a
people
really bad glitch, though.
hypnotized into this load of crap. So What is the way forward objectively that we can demand from EA?
You're boycotting with your cousin
Guys,
until
at the
La
end of the
Liga
day,
team
I
this
want you
season?
to have fun. I want me to
That's
have fun
a
playing
crazy
this game.
boycott.
No, that's not happening. Don't even lie to yourselves. The only thing some of you guys like doing is Evos. You don't have fun playing this game. You have fun doing objectives. You don't have high-intensity fun. No one enjoys getting better at FIFA anymore because getting better at FIFA is getting better at learning glitches, bro. It's not a football experience. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know, guys.
He's
Thanks for
not
watching.
wrong.
Appreciate it.
He's not wrong. I do enjoy the game, but like getting better, you do need to learn the glitches, the exploits, and it's a pain, man. Some of the stuff you have to do is so annoying. You got to do player lock. You got to learn German cross. You got to learn a corner tactic that's extremely OP, and you can't do a damn thing to defend it. Yeah, what we were just looking at it earlier. I'm definitely going to try out PES eFootball. It's called. It's free to play, so we'll give PES a shot. I'm curious if if any creators are gonna like actually boycott. It'll be very interesting. But eFootball, I want to try out, and then can you play Football Manager on console? Football Manager, you can. Is it 1,000 times better on PC? Or is it actually decent on console? Oh, I can try it. Upgrade to PlayStation Plus Premium. You get a 2-hour full game trial. I'd rather just buy the game. I mean, maybe we'll try them all out. It's shit on console, better on PC. I gotta see if I can play it. All right, what do we think of that video, though, boys? Thoughts on the video?